about that?
Yeah.
Cut it. I'm Emily from Torture Garden. These are my Sisters in Christ guest picks. I'm going to start with Big Eyes. Hard Life. I loved this record in high school, and I was obsessed with it as an angsty teenage girl. Got WARPATH. Fuck You, I'm Queer. It's the discography. I think they're pretty underrated, very political, very gay. The lead singer is a leather daddy. He's incredible. Getting to the New Orleans things, I got the CRACKBOX record. It's super fucking good. I saw them live 5 years ago, I think. It was when they broke up. They were so good. Am I going too fast? All right. Rick B. This is very important to New Orleans bounce music. Incredible record, very fun. Love it. And the OSSACRUX Singularity tape. This was Rob's first band that I saw, and I love it dearly, and it's really special to me. That's it.
I'm Katie from Torture Garden, and while there were some fantastic choices here, there is really only one record. I just had to choose it to emphasize how obsessed with it and how much I love this band is Dummy Dumpster. Oh my God, if you have not experienced them, you really should. I'm obsessed. I asked them to sign my stomach, and they told me to come back when it's bigger. Dummy Dumpster, my favorite band ever.
Hi, I'm Rob from Torture Garden, and I've got quite a hefty stack here. And I've got some records. Wink. Anyway, starting off, this is one of the first 7 inches I ever owned. It's the Gorilla Biscuits self-titled 7-inch. I'd been into punk compilations and trying to swerve my way through $4 CDs and the compilation rack at Camelot Music when I was in high school. And a record store / skate store called Bubbles Records in Kent, Washington had this in their rack for $4. And I brought it home and I listened to it, and I had no idea that music was like this. And this changed everything for me. And it's just an incredible record. It's flawless from start to finish. It's also incredibly ridiculous, but for its time and place in musical history, it is a masterpiece, and I love it. Next, the Inside Out 7-inch. Many people have said it, and I'll say it again. Never has a band that was so short-lived and only had one official release had such a huge musical impact on me as this band. This 7-inch is 4 songs of intensity beyond intensity. And thank God that Zach De La Rocha did something pure and good before he became a sellout machine in the front of an ATM known as Rage Against the... Go fuck yourself. Anyway, next up, Youth of Today, We're Not In This Alone. This was another record that the first time I heard, I do believe I was actually shaking. I didn't know that music could be like this. It was so intense, and I saw these pictures of all these kids. Like, first of all, this guy's like 8. Drumming for this band. These guys are all jumping. Like, they're not standing, they're jumping. And I was like, how do they play and jump? And, you know, little did I know at the time, because I wasn't much of a musician, that later on, it doesn't matter how good you are, when you're jumping like this, you're not playing well. So these are all clearly staged, but this record's fucking incredible. Next, another part of the Holy Trinity, Judge, Bringing It Down. This was a band of kids that were playing in other hardcore bands that weren't that great, and then they got together at a time when New York hardcore was doing the thrash metal crossover thing, and these guys got together and put together an incredibly well-produced and heavy record, an angry record. Ooh, angry. For the time and place, the lyrical content, these guys were just really disappointed in the world, man. They weren't positive like these guys. They were disappointed and they were upset. Oh man, smoking that butt. Don't do it, man. And next, Gorilla Biscuits, Start Today. I think that you should get a copy of this in the mail when they send you your shit for the census. Everybody should have a copy of this record. Again, it's flawless from start to finish. Not for everybody. It's not the heaviest hardcore album of all time, but it is poppy and more palatable than some. I believe the singer of Floor Punch once said that Gorilla Biscuits' start today is like Cro-Mag's Age of Quarrel for pussies. Sign me up for being a pussy because I love this record.
Sign me up.
Next in the heap here, Adam and His Package, a society of people named Elihu. For people who don't know, Adam and His Package is just one dude with a sequencer and sometimes a guitar. His Fugazi and Youth of Today covers on this record are ridiculous. He has songs like People in This Computer Lab Should Shut the Hell Up. This is totally fun and danceable, and I don't give a fuck what kind of music you like. If you put this on, everybody in the room is going to have a good time. Butts will wiggle, and it'll be good. Next, Anthem 88, Define a Lifetime. Most people have heard of a band called ASSUC. The dudes from ASSUC got together, and they were like, hey, we should do like a late 80s style hardcore band, but really crazy and better than most other people who were trying to do that in the 90s, and we're going to add blast beats. So they did this, and they achieved all of those goals. It's better than most. This album, I think, is slept on by a lot of people, and you should wake the fuck up and buy this. It's only $10 here. Worth it. Worth it. I bought it here 2 years ago for $5, but that's beside the point. Next up, Warzone. Don't forget the struggle. Don't forget the streets. First time I heard about this band was from a band from the Bay Area called Blatz, and they were talking shit about New York, and they were saying fuck Warzone and fuck rabies, and I was like, oh, that guy doesn't sound too cool. And then I got a Profile Records CD. They put out bands like Leeway and Cro-Mags and Murphy's Law and Warzone, where they put 2 records on one CD. So I got a CD that had Don't Forget the Struggle, Don't Forget the Streets, and the next album, Open Your Eyes. This was another record that was like, wow, this is fucking crazy, because these dudes could really play, and they could actually play solos. Whereas most of the punk rock I was getting to in high school, the guitar players owned guitars, and occasionally their fingers would hit the right notes. And that was cool because you're angry and you're, I don't care if the music's actually good. These guys were really good. And this record is fucking awesome. And it helped me begin to understand the difference between skinheads and neo-Nazis. I didn't know that it was just a fashion thing for some people and that you could just be a cool dude and shave your head and wear boots. And these guys did that, and they were fucking great. And Rabies was fucking cool as shit. Last but certainly not least, this was a band when I first heard them. Again, mind fucking blown. SPAZZ. My introduction to this band was a collection called Sweatin' to the Oldies, which was all their comp tracks in 7 inches. This album was the last full length that they recorded as a band. It is a fucking banger from start to finish. My favorite track that I like to talk about is Black & Decker Krusty Wrecker. It talks about idiot crust punks bringing dogs to punk shows and ruining their hearing. Fuck those people, and this record fucking slaps. That's the first time I've said that out loud, and I felt cool saying it. That something like... slaps.
Does it just hit different, Rob?
I
guess. Walking encyclopedia.
It's a great
of
thing.
Hardcore, truly.
That's all. Are you guys still looking at me? I'm done. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.